Hello, everyone, and happy Thursday. Thank you so much for joining me tonight on the Chakra Diva show. I am your host, Amber Poole, and I missed you guys last week. We had a lot of unexpected family stuff that came up, and I am here with you this week, and we are going to talk about chakras. We're going to talk about energy, and what I've noticed just in general. I started doing in-person sessions again. Can we just raise the roof? Is that like a 90s thing? I feel like it is, but I am super happy to actually have in-person sessions. It was my first in-person sessions, since COVID hit. And then before that, before COVID hit, I had to shut down, or I was actually at the beginning during COVID. I had to shut down my studio that I've had for a few years. And that was just, it was devastating to me. So to be able to see people in person, I still hold events, all that good stuff was just, it's been amazing. So what I've noticed from these sessions is that everybody has the same issues of feeling tired, depleted, not on their game, like they just feel lethargic, something is just bothering them, they can't get their energy together. So I'm going to talk to you about the three chakras to look at if you have clues for that, like if you are all of a sudden just tired, need to have an extra nap, or if you feel like somebody's taking your energy, those type of things. And I do want to mention before we get started that next week we are diving into the East direction for the shamanic medicine wheel program. So if you are online, it does not matter where in the world you are listening. Please join me. You can go to thechakradeva.com and you can learn all about the medicine wheel and what that means. And actually, what we're doing tonight and in teaching you some stuff, if you want to dive deeper into self-discovery, that's what it's for. So a lot of people always ask me, well, what's the next step, right? My chakras are misaligned. I don't know what to do with this. And I always find the medicine wheel to be one of those guides, tools, compass that every time I step into it, I learn something from it, like every single season. And I feel like I'm the student as well as the teacher. So it's my favorite thing to do. All right. So next week, April 28th, we start the East direction. For my friends in Australia, because I have a lot of listeners in Australia, first of all, hello. I have to say hi to you. I believe that you guys are in a different direction, like you're in the West direction. The only thing that I can say or recommend is to take the class and then have to swap it for a year. So when it comes up to your direction, then you would go through the weeks just like we do over here. That's the best way to do it because you and I are on the same, I'm in North America. So you guys are on the same, seasons with me for 2, and then you're off for 2. So taking it and have that information would be fantastic. All right, let's get started on these chakras. I wrote many notes, many notes as I get so involved in everything that I do. And, I just want to tell you guys how to do everything and how to help yourselves manage your energy. And it's interesting because before we were always looking at our diet, right? We were looking at our mental health, we were looking at our studies. And now here's this thing where we have to take care of our energy field. Like, what is that? Now I have something extra on my plate to do, but it's like the main resource of all of your energy. So when I'm reading what we call the spiritual field, I can actually tell what's going on with you on your physical, emotional, mental field as well. So it's very important. It's important to cleanse and clear it all the time. And when I see people and they're feeling fatigue or they have a physical illness, it's always related to a chakra. So depending upon what you're experiencing, the chakra usually nearest to it or related to it. Like if you have something wrong with your eyes and vision, then it would be in your third eye versus you're having throat issues would be the throat chakra. If you're having circulatory issues, that would be the heart chakra. So it's all related to the energy centers, and that's your clue of where to start. So today we're going to talk about the 3 chakras for energy management. These are the most important ones. So if you're like, I don't know what's going on, Amber, I want you to look in these three sections and see which one highlights for you, and then start to fix the energy of that. And then it kind of comes down into your mental, emotional, and everything else. So you always start on the spiritual or the energy field first. All right. So I am taking actually a course in shamanism. I've studied shamanism since 2017. I just can't get enough. I don't know how else to say that. So if there's ever a teacher, right, I'm usually your student. I'm usually like, let's sign up, let's sign up. I just love it across the board. So in this class that I'm taking, I had a girl pick out a spirit animal for me to work with. And it's interesting because that's not you working with somebody or, like an animal and picking an animal. Somebody picked it for me. And she told me that I was working with the elk. And I was like, the elk? What do you mean? It's not like a whale or it's not, something, a dragon, like something mystical. It's an elk, like they're everyday ordinary. Like, what is that? And then I started to look into the elk and what the elk recommends or symbolizes. Ted Andrews is the best book for animals. Just putting that out there, go find his book. And it's about managing your energy fields, managing your energy and your time. And that is the one thing that I've been working on for the past few months. So I was like, the elk, that's perfect for me. So I now have the spirit animal of an elk. And when I was learning about time management and energy management, if you were to know me a year ago, I have overachieved, pushed everything, anything that you ever want me to do, I got it done. And then for some reason this year, I'm like, I'm going to enjoy the day. I'm going to enjoy this thing that I'm doing, right? Or being on the radio, I enjoyed putting together this whole entire, radio show for you tonight. And it wasn't something that I just pulled together. It's something that really came from my heart and I manifested. I really like coming from that place. So Elk is teaching me how to manage my energy and I'm getting more laid back. Ask my husband, because usually I'm timed for every minute. I'm like, no, I can't do that. We have to go right now. So I started to monitor my energy. When do I feel depleted during the day? Who is around me? What have I eaten? All right, because my coffee is not working for me. I wish it was, but I'm on like 3 cups a day and it's not working for me. So I had to do something about that. And then also, what is the cycle of the moon energy? Everything that we are is the flow of energy. So moon cycles will influence you. It has been documented. Teachers know. Teachers know how crazy their students get during the full moon, right? Hospitals have more stays. So the full moon and cycles absolutely does affect us. The pink moon, did you guys do well during the pink moon? That was all about relationships and emotions last week. We have a new moon coming up this week. So you should have already felt a shift. So all of these influence energy, all of these fields influence our energy, right? People on the outside, things on the outside, what we're doing, what we're eating. So you have to start monitoring your energy and being aware of what is coming in and what you are putting out. The first chakra that I'm going to start to talk to you about is your Earth Star chakra. Look, I'm pointing to it like you guys can see it. It's below your feet. It's like 6 inches, 12 inches below your feet. And we call it the Earth Star chakra. When I see it, it's nice, big, and black. All right, that's what it looks like. And its main thing is usually stress in the body, geopathic stress in the body. When it goes super, super fast, I can tell that you are not actually grounding your stress from your physical body into the Earth Star chakra. And that's really important to give Mother Gaia your energy field, to give her the stuff that's not working for you, the overwhelm, the stressed out, the stuff that you're like, I have to go outside and take a walk. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. So that's the first one that I'm going to talk to you about because it's extremely important. We hold on to all of these processes and all these imprints, and we have to release it. Now, the things that affect our Earth Star chakra, again, is a lot of geopathic stress. So I'm talking about your cell phone. If you are on your cell phone constantly, checking Facebook, checking your email, playing games, whatever y'all do, then it's going to affect your field as well. I don't think we were born with like cellular devices. Do you? I don't think that was so. Something that messes up our field. Having your phone near your bed, things that radioactive, energy waves, power lines, electrical devices we talked about, and it's for an extended period of time. So if you're doing something for a short period of time, then it doesn't usually throw off your system. too badly, but if you do it every single day, like I have coffee every single day, and it's not great for my system. And my system tells me that all the time. So it's up to me to change it. So if you're around, these things that you can't put down your phone, and maybe you have an addictive problem to your phone, it's going to mess up your Earth Star chakra. If you are under a lot of stress, you want to change jobs, you can't stand your boss, relationship, whatever, you need to release that energy all through your system into Mother Earth. So there's a line of energy that comes from the crown chakra. It's actually higher, but for our bodies, that's where it is. Crown chakra all the way down into the ground. And if you're not releasing and your energy is staying up in your system, then you have an issue. We got to get it out. So how do you fix your Earth Star chakra? Obviously, unplug your devices. Don't have them around you 24/7. Don't have them near your bed. Have them farther away. For your phone has they're electric magnetic, like little stickers that you put on the back. So black tourmaline, that's one of them. It's not my favorite. Shungite's my favorite. That has really good, like proven EMF reduction to it. But a lot of people are starting to sell the black tourmaline. Just make note, go for the Shungite. Has a better reading on it. And also the land. So if you are unaware that you are sensitive to your land, maybe there's vortexes or portals, or you're by ley lines, whatever it may be, that can offset your system as well. So you want to make sure that if you're stressed out or if you're tired, you need to balance your Earth Star chakra. How do you do it? You can also get a grounding mat. I forgot about those. They have them on Amazon. Google grounding mat. You can sleep with a grounding mat. Or you can have one by your feet when you are on your computer during the day to just ground out those energies as well. Getting outside, exercising, connecting in with Mother Earth, that's how you do it. And also black kyanite, which I cannot find right now, but black kyanite will open up your feet chakras or your foot chakras. And if your foot is like flat, if you go in a circle around your foot and you pull out, you can actually open up the foot vortex through there and release stress and release electromagnetic fields through there. Because when it's closed, your energy is not going anywhere. So you want to have that open. So Earth Star chakra, number 1. Number 2, solar plexus. Oh my goodness. Solar plexus. I love that one. Solar plexus is for a fast burnout. It's also fire in the belly. So this is where you get your oomph. This is where you get your power. This is where you get your your fire. It's like ignite right in there, right? It's your power center. So it's also the ability to control your life. We call it the self-ID. So that's self-esteem, directed will, it's acceptance, it's transformation, making things happen. It's your decision-making, your powerhouse, it's personal power. And it's also energy from the mental and intellectual space. So that means, do you have a lot of judgments upon yourself and expectations of how things should be? Or do you have a lot of judgments on how the outside world is? Because that will offset your energy. That will make you feel so depleted when you feel like you have to take care of the world, or the world is falling apart, or these are things that you have no control over, right? You cannot fix the world. You can fix you. You can help others, but you can't just go, hey, world, all right, listen to me right now. This is how we're going to be. It doesn't happen, right? So when we have this empathic compassion for others to the point where we're not filling up our cup, then we create imbalance and it offsets our fire. Or maybe we're not pursuing the passion that we've always wanted to do. That will make you tired too, because you're not following in your soul alignment. So giving away your power, what does that look like? What does that feel like? Who is it to? What place is it at? You can also give away your power at your own house. Like if you are not in love with your home, guess what? You're walking into a depleted field. And then you get in there and you're like, ugh, this is just peanut butter and jelly when I really want a hazelnut sandwich. I think they still have them, right? You want something bigger and something better. So look around and see where your power is going, or who is taking, although they can't really take unless you allow them to take, which gets me into your personal power. Are you a yes, yes, yes person? this is probably one of my biggest lessons I've learned in life. Like, I people please, like it's nobody's business. And then I wouldn't stand up and I would say, okay, I'll do it. I'll do it. Sure, no problem. I'll do it. And it depletes your energy because you're giving away so much of your energy, your time, your space, and you're not filling yourself up with personal power. Okay. Then you have resentment. Then you have these, it's just, it's bad juju. You don't want to do it. Don't do that. You want to have personal power. You want to be the warrior. You want to stand up and say, this is what works for me, or this is not what doesn't work for me, right? Everybody's different, everybody's unique. So you have to, you don't, and it's all about balance. You don't want to be the opposite. Gimme, gimme, gimme. I'm powerful and this is how it has to be. There's always a balance of give, take, and receive in that. So where's all your energy going to, right? When you're looking at your power, look at your family, look at your friends. Do they deplete you or do they help fill you? Are you always giving or are your friends helping you? Are you going to a job that you're like, I'd rather be doing something else? What happens is if this energy continues, one, sure, you're going to be tired and you're going to say, you know what? It's just fatigue. I'll get through it. Da, da, da. And then all of a sudden, your stomach's going to hurt you and you're going to be like, oh, I got an upset stomach. I feel nauseous. Well, you know what? That job does make me nauseous. I don't like it. Or, it could be IBS issues or anything that has to do with you not being in your power will show up in the physical body. So we don't want to get to that point. We want to stop it in its tracks, and we do it by looking at the energy fields first. So techniques you can use. If you're underactive and you're like, I need some more power and I need to have self-esteem. Everybody wants self-esteem. Self-esteem is something that you do by taking chances. You do it by taking risks. You build that up. Fire agate. I love fire agate. And I have a piece, and if you can see it, it's right there on top. It's like, it looks like a flame through there. That will give you the fire in your belly that you really want so that you can stand up for yourself. So you can say, you know what? You treat me bad and you're taking my energy. I'm taking back my power from you. I'm taking back control. So fire agate's amazing. Tiger's eye. Tiger's eye is great for accomplishing goals. What makes you tired? When you procrastinate, when you feel overwhelmed, when you feel like you didn't accomplish something, didn't finish something, you're a failure. Oh my goodness, right? When you hit those things, then you want to get some tiger's eye, because tiger's eye will help you complete goals. It'll help you get through the steps. If you look at tiger's eye, there's these beautiful just colors that go through it. And those colors are the steps to complete the bigger goal, the bigger tumbled stone. So get yourself some tiger's eye if there's a goal that you want to accomplish. I like using fluorite on the solar plexus. Fluorite is fantastic for clarity. So people who can't make a decision, who can't decide which way to go, or, what is the best road? Should I go this way or this way? I don't want to mess up. Then I will put down some fluorite on your solar plexus and allow it to bring in clarity, allow it to reveal what you need to reveal for you. Okay, very important. So why work with crystals anyway, right? We were talking about this at the beginning. They clear your energy field around you before things manifest into the physical body. If you see me and you have like a chakra reading every 3 months, every 6 months, what happens is you will see that you might have a pattern. Like all of a sudden your sacral is stuck every month, right? Or the heart and the root chakra is stuck all the time. And what does that mean to be an imbalance? First, you try changing the energy field because it's the easiest thing to do. It's the easiest thing to manipulate is the energy coming in. And if you can, and if you do, manipulate the energy, which could be just putting a crystal into your energy field to shift it, then your energy responds differently because it goes, well, what is that? And now I have clarity from a fluorite. So now I have to be clear on things. What is this new imprint that is in my body template? Then your body template gets used to it. It's kind of like affirmation. The more you say, I am powerful, I am amazing, I am lovable, that imprint that you're putting out into the world comes back into you, into your energy field, just like the crystals do. And then it manifests going down into the mental, because then you believe it. Then you're like, you know what? I am wonderful. Then it goes into your emotions and you feel it. You're like, man, I am hot. I am sexy. And then it comes down into your physical body, and your physical body shows up for you and says, you know what? I'm healthy. I feel good today. So start in the energy field first, because it's just amazing to do. And while you get there, I will show you a technique that I do. And I didn't realize that I do it instantly, but I just, like intuitively, I just do it. When I talk to people and I feel like they're taking my energy, which people do. And I have a lot of energy, right? So if you come around me, all of a sudden people get overwhelmed by my energy too. But you can just take your hand and put it over top of your solar plexus, so that blocks out any energy. So sometimes when I talk to people, and obviously somebody might find it rude, I cover up my solar plexus because I'm like, oh, this isn't going good. Or, somebody is trying to take my energy, or it doesn't feel right. And I had a person do this to me. One of my Pam, who owns Haven, where I do my workshops at, she told me that she does it to her sacral chakra. And I was like, oh, that's interesting, because I found myself always doing it to my solar plexus. And I went out for an event, and this girl says, oh, hi, Amber. And I think she went up to go hug me, and she like stopped short. And then she covered her sacral, and I was like, oh, am I taking her energy and I didn't realize it? Am I giving this something out and I didn't know it? So know that, people know what you're doing, but sometimes you got to do, right, what you got to do, so that you are in control of your energy field. I do not feel insulted anymore, because I just don't. You have to stay in your power. All right. The third chakra that I'm going to talk to you about, that happens to do with, it can be chronic tiredness. It can be fatigue. It could be, like I can't get out of bed, that chronic fatigue too, is the crown chakra. And this is one of the most important chakras when I'm looking at it, because I want to know if you feel like you have purpose. So I look at your chakra to say, you know what? If your chakra's in balance, then I know that you're not in alignment. You're not in alignment with your soul, and you don't think that there's anything bigger in life. I can see that you're depressed from the crown chakra. I can see when I go to watch, so I go and sit with people at hospice, and I'm looking at their crown chakra, because I'm looking at it's like a lifeline, right? So what is their will to live? How long are they going to be here? How sparkly is it? How shiny is it? So your crown chakra tells me a lot of information about you as a soul, and connected in with your higher self here. If you're not doing what you, quote, are supposed to be doing on this earth, what makes you happy, what brings you joy, in the place that you need to be in, surrounded by the people that you're going to be with, your crown chakra will definitely reflect that. And it'll say, you know what? I'm really depressed. I can't get out of bed. That chronic fatigue is because I'm not happy with who I am, or what I'm doing, or the person I'm sleeping with, right? So it can be all of those things. So this spiritual center, I'm always looking at it, because I want to know how connected people are in the spiritual world. And I can also tell if it's too imbalanced and they're not connected, but also if they're over connected and they're too spiritual. And you may say, Amber, is there really such a thing as being too spiritual? Yes, there is, because you need to be in balance. That means you're not a spirit. You are living here in this physical world. So I need you in this physical world too. Have one foot into the spiritual and one foot over here in the third dimension. Okay, you need to have that balance, rocking it back and forth. I've taught many healers. I'm a teacher, okay? And one of my courses was at a community college. And I went to this community college, and this woman was so spiritual that she's like, I'm going to help everybody and anybody that comes my way, which is very humbling, okay? Understand that. I will take everybody in, da da da. And I went into her crown chakra, and she had like 20 some people around her. Now, it may not have caught up to her at that moment, because at that moment she's channeling and she feels really good. But as you move on, you're going to go, there's something wrong here. There's something amiss here, because your energy is too pulled up. So we need people to be 50% here on this earth and 50% up in the spiritual realm as well. So Um, yeah, you just want to be in both. So, getting into this physical world, if you have too much spiritual direction, you need to be grounded. So, you're going to pull that energy all the way down. And I don't want you to use selenite. Highlight, don't use selenite. I want you to go get out your grounding point. So, if you have a clear quartz point, it doesn't have to be big. I really like smoky quartz for this. So, if your crown chakra is too big, you're going to put it on top of your head and have the energy pull down from the divine down into Mother Earth, not the other way. Do not have the points up. Sometimes we have so much spiritual energy that it can't even reach our feet. So you have to have the points out through your hands. All right. So you might have one on top of your head, two out of your hands, and then two going down your legs to release it because you're just so supercharged with high vibrational energy. You have to be in both. Smoky quartz is the best for that because it's very grounding and to help you ground. Clear quartz, if that's what you have, then you can use that as well. So you want things that ground, ground, ground. If you feel like you're not connected, right, and that's what's making you tired, I want you to journal. I want you to get outside. I want you to journal your thoughts. Maybe it's in your thought process. Maybe it's because you're not connecting in. Every single day, okay, the things that we do to manage and take care of our chakras are clearing out our chakras one by one. And then I want you to ground them, which means pull your energy down into Mother Earth. You can also pull your energy up, whatever, direction you feel that you need. Like if you're very logical and you're very grounded, sometimes we need to pull our energy up to connect in with our higher selves, to connect in with the spiritual realm. So those are the practices. And it seems really easy, but I'm telling you, after a while, people don't do it. They stop doing it. And if you say, you know what, I don't have any time, Amber, then I want you to throw on your headphones and I want you to YouTube a chakra meditation and go to sleep because it's in your spiritual realm, right? Your spirit is doing the work. If you are present with it or if you are not present with it, it does not matter. I just want you to have the headphones on, fall asleep to it, allow your energy fields to start clearing out, learn how to ground and really manage your energy system. If you have like things that go on and you're like, Amber, I do all this stuff and nothing's changing, then you might have had a problem from a long time ago. So we will look into your past. We will look into your past lives. We will look into other shamanic practices such as soul retrieval. So if you had trauma, bringing back your soul. So for now, with those energy tips, grounding, clearing out those 3 chakras, use your crystals. Let me know how it goes next week. See if you feel recharged and better. I'm Amber Poole. Thank you so much for joining me on the Chakra Diva show. I'll see you next Thursday.